Hey guys, I'm Matt,
I'm Jen.
and we're the co-founders of Canvas Me.
We're so excited to be with you today. We're going to share our top 10 tips on how to write a bio that connects.
For those of you guys who don't know what Canvas Me is, it's an amazing community, amazing platform that allows cosmetology students, beauty pros, and beauty businesses to create amazing e-portfolios that allow you to market yourself like a boss. So let's get right into it. Tip number one, decide whether you're going to write your bio in the first or third person.
Yep. So this is the difference of I'm Jen Martinelli and I really enjoy these things, or Jennifer Martinelli really enjoys these things. And so really a complete preference. We really believe that your Canvas Me portfolio is a place for you to humanize, for you to tell your story and connect on a deep level. I personally prefer the first person on my Canvas portfolio, but there are many other instances in terms of bio that I use third person. So that is the first choice. Decide whether you're going to write in first or third person. Tip number two, reiterate your name. I am Jen Martinelli or Jen Martinelli, right? If you're writing in third person, so powerful.
Yep.
Not only does it make that reader read your name again and it reiterates, it makes them remember what your name is, right? So powerful, simple, but powerful. Tip number three, explain how you got here today. Now, this is not just a storytelling of I went to school, I worked here, I had a couple years of experience there, right? Everybody has a story of experiences. Your experiences matter, absolutely, and your accolades and all of the stuff that you've accomplished, they matter, but your story from a deep place of purpose. Where did this all start? When you were a little girl, and maybe you felt like you weren't beautiful, or maybe you were a little boy that really enjoyed making feel others happy, or witnessing your mom or your cousin or your aunt, right? What is that story that you and only you alone have that nobody else has? That is your way to stand out. That is your way people are going to remember you. So how did you get here today? When was that first moment in your life when you were 6, 7, 8, 12, right? Maybe you don't have a crazy story. Be really vulnerable, be really authentic, and share how you got into this beautiful space today.
Yeah, I love this one too, guys, especially speaking to some of our artists that are on the platform that we're watching right now that are longer or later into their career. You tend to forget why you came into this industry to begin with, right? So as you get later on, you tend to just say, okay, I was a stylist here, and I was a stylist here, or I was a barber here and a barber there, and you forget as to why you even went to cosmetology school. So again, think about those reasons because that's really going to allow you to develop deep connection.
That story, that deep purpose. And that's why Matt and I often review a purpose exercise with everybody, because it's so powerful to talk about how you got here today from that deep place of where it all started from the very beginning.
Yep. Tip number four, how will you help your audience? I like this one a lot.
Yes, this is huge. So this is also tied to your purpose. How are you going to make a difference in your audience's life? And this is also so tied to your purpose because for me, as an example, my purpose is empowerment. As a child, I felt like I didn't have a voice and I didn't feel like I belong. And so the adult version of me has a really awesome team player mindset. I want to make sure everybody feels safe and heard. So if I'm going for a leadership role, or if I'm going for some awesome collaboration role, or I want to maybe work backstage or do something behind the scenes, maybe be a speaker somewhere, I want to talk to that. I want to lean into how I'm going to help my audience feel. Right. And that's deeply tied to where you were and what your story is in your purpose.
And here's the thing, guys, you could actually split this up into two parts, right? So the audience could be the salon owner or barbershop owner. How are you going to help them, right? How are you going to help them create a better culture for their staff or bring in more revenue, right? Or you could also be thinking about the audience being the client, right? How are you going to help the people that are in your chair, right? So there's two different ways to kind of build this up and it allows you to really show connection, which is
great. And it really depends on who that audience is. Who are you creating this bio for? You're going to have many different versions of your bio. So depending on your audience, how are you going to serve that audience? And it's always deeply tied to your purpose. Really powerful. Tip number 5, what do you do outside of work, right? So really talking to some of your, that's something that's relevant. What are you doing outside of work? Are you participating in charities? Are you, what are you really passionate about? This speaks volumes about who you are, and it gives a little insight into your personality.
Yeah, bottom line, guys, it's a great way to showcase what your values are, right? And again, that's where we want to be able to have you find that connection with business owners who have the same values. You're going to be happier in those environments. You're able to be yourself, right? So again, showcasing your values, showing what you do outside of work that's really important to you is very cool.
Yep. Number 6, don't share irrelevant details. So some of the best bios are really concise. And so if you share a lot of irrelevant details, you're wasting space on really making and forming deep connection. So try to share relevant details that make sense, that share a cohesive story based on purpose, based on connection, and talk to the problems that you're going to solve for that audience.
Yep. Awesome. Number 7, include at least one accomplishment. And guys, it could be anything, right? Anything, whether it's in high school, whether it's in cosmetology school, whether it's beyond that, right? So anything that you can showcase that you've done that you're really proud of. And it doesn't mean that you need to get an award it doesn't mean that, right? What are some of your goals that you've achieved?
Right. Maybe you overcame something.
Yeah.
Really, really powerful.
All right, guys, tip number 8, share your values.
Yes, value sharing is so important, and understanding what your own values are, right? And so for those of you that have gone through us with this purpose discovery exercise, my purpose is empowerment. Because as a child, I felt like I wasn't heard, and I felt like I didn't belong. And so because as a child, I felt like I wasn't heard, I value as an adult being heard. So I could never work for somebody that doesn't give me a voice, that doesn't allow me to feel like I belong and I could give my input and provide some, awesome insight. And so sharing and understanding your values first, but also sharing them will help you align with those businesses or align with those opportunities. Maybe it's not a full-time job. Maybe it's just an awesome opportunity to align with the right people that share your same values.
Yep. Tip number 9, be you. Guys, if you've listened to Jen and I at all the last year, we talk about being who you are, being real, being authentic.
Yep. Being completely you. There were so many moments in my life and in my career where I would show up and I would be somebody I thought they wanted me to be. Mm-hmm. And it's never a good place to be. And so what I started to realize is being magically yourself, stepping into your own power, having those quirks, being human and authentic and vulnerable really, really makes you connect on a deep level. And so share your story, be authentically you, don't try to be anybody else, and you can match with the right people and shine.
Last but not least, tip number 10, evolve your bio as you and your career evolve. And I think a lot of people forget about this. Your bio, your portfolio, it's dynamic. It's forever changing because your career is changing. So you want to make sure as you're accomplishing things, as you're meeting certain goals, as your values maybe are changing, you need to make sure that you're updating your bio.
Absolutely. I love it. So here's an example, guys. We took this, all of these steps and we put them into one short and concise 97-word bio. So here's an example. Hi, my name is Jen Martinelli and my purpose is empowerment. It started when I was a little girl, daughter of 2 teen parents and raised by my immigrant grandparents. I was always helping my grandmother navigate the world in a place where she had no voice. I guess that's also why I moved on to build high-performing, happy teams for Millennium Software, leading with empathy and compassion while giving everyone a voice. My core values include courage, accountability, and leadership. Not only do I show up, but I leave my mark when I do. And so that's an example of just taking each one of those steps and forming it into a sentence at a time and creating a concise bio that connects.
All right, guys. So that's it. That's our quick top 10 tips on creating a killer bio. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at hello@canvasme.com. Follow us on Instagram @canvasme. You can DM us. We're always on there. We want to help you. We want to answer any questions you have, but we cannot wait to see your amazing Canvas Me portfolios.
Yeah. See you on Canvas Me.
Feeling good. We're recording a video.
You cannot hit the table.
Feeling good. Hey guys, I'm Matt.
And I'm Jen.
And we're the co-founders.
What do you say, the co-founders?
Because I'm emphasizing the.
Why?
Because it's powerful.
We're the co-founders.